Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the 2-3 Zone, Tony'sPicks.com's look at the WNBA. I'm with Ron Crawford from Tony'sPicks.com. We've got a four-pack of games to look at here for the action on Tuesday night, Ron, and coming off some action that we saw there on Sunday night. How about the Valkyries in their blowout victory there? You called it, and we had it here, right, with the Valkyries over the Sun. When do we just say we believe, we believe?
Plus the I believe button. And this is why you watch the show. That was actually my premium pick. So yeah, best pick was the Golden State Valkyries last night. Great night of basketball. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder on a great win there as well. Had that as a premium too. But yeah, I was torn between that New York Liberty and Storm. And I've always said, hey, the Storm at home, we love them, we love them. And I was like, should I go against them? No. So I ended up taking the over, but I was that close to going against them. I'm not going to do that ever again. So, yep.
Yeah, it was a fun
All right.
day
Sorry,
of
the fever.
action.
The fever. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
fever.
no, I know what you mean
Yeah, you know what I meant.
there
Yeah.
against.
We got the Liberty now is going gonna play in
Yeah,
Seattle, and
that's.
you know exactly what I'm thinking. So
Well, let's get into it here with our four games here on Tuesday night. A couple of start times, three games will start at the same time here at 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific time. And we'll start it off with the Atlanta Dream here on the road in this one against the Dallas Wings here. The
mhm.
Dream is favored by 8.5. Just prior to the broadcast here, I saw word that Dejanay Carrington will be doubtful in the game here with a rib injury here. Dallas has some players out of this game here, but still Atlanta playing so well right now with a 10-4 record. Ron, Dallas comes in 3-12. We know they look improved to our eye test, but they've still got a lot of work to go.
Yeah, I tell you, Atlanta is still really good, man. I'm liking this team. I told you I moved them up in my power rankings. I still don't trust this Dallas team. They just don't cover against those good teams. Are they going to get blown out here? I don't know, but that's the only way I could look. So I'm going to have to look at the Atlanta Dream on the road, taking care of business. I think it started out like 6.5. I think it's up to 9 now, maybe 8.5, 9. So I'm going to lay it with the Dream.
Yeah, Atlanta 5-2 against the spread on the road so far, and Dallas said this is where they've actually been struggling a bit. 1-5 ATS. I know they've been struggling altogether, but 1-5 ATS at home, and they've been getting the points in most of those games. So Ron says take Atlanta here. I'm going to end up on the under here in this one. Yeah, Atlanta's actually been the team that's going over quite a bit, especially on the road. 6-1 to the over, but here on the road against Dallas. I know it looks like possibly an over here, but man, I just got to draw the line somewhere here, Ron, at 168 or so. I'm going to take the under in the game between Atlanta and Dallas. I mean, Atlanta obviously is, we put them up there in the, top 4 or 5 teams here, obviously, at this
Yep.
point. So they've got to be better than a lot of the teams in the league. We'll see if how that works out here as a big road favorite, but I'll take the under. And Ron says take Atlanta and lay those points. It actually came down there a little bit from I saw 10.5 early.
Hmm.
All right, let's continue on here with the Minnesota Lynx. Ron favored by 5.5 on the road. The Lynx are 12-1. Washington 6-8 here right now. Man, they're pretty inconsistent. We know that they are 8-6 against the spread in those games. So Minnesota here 5.5. Ron total 160 at the Mystics.
Yeah, the Mystics really can't score, and we know that how good that this defense is for Minnesota. I think, and we can already see it open at 160.5. It's already down to 159, 158.5. I think it's the move is that way, but I also see the Collier is still questionable, so that could mean a lot of the total move there. Definitely lean to Minnesota here on the road. They love to play on the road, but I'm going to still look at the under. I got it at 160. It's down again 159.5 now. So, but I'm going to take the under with the best defense in the WNBA.
Oh yeah, that seems fair. You got a Washington team here, 3-6 to the under as a dog, and Minnesota's 5-8 to the under as a favorite. So I'm going to end up here though on Minnesota. I know you're going to keep asking them to lay these points. They're going to get a burn, but you cautioned me a little bit when we were talking about games with Minnesota at home, laying double digits a lot of times. So maybe there's a little bit more urgency here. I'm going to go ahead and lay 5.5 points on the road here with Minnesota. I would be surprised if this one trickles up. Actually, if we do indeed see Collier,
Yeah,
I guess that's
Collier's
a
back
right. I
for
would
sure.
imagine going up to 7 points here if Collier is in the lineup. But hey, if we can get it early on, I'm going to take Minnesota here in this one and lay the points. Ron says go under 160
Yeah,
with
22-6 on the
Washington.
road. ATS last 28. Just yeah, we got to go with that. Definitely.
Yeah, I know we could. Maybe we'll wait until they both teams play, Ron. And yes, the Liberty's been awesome. Can you give me 1, 2? I'm going to go with the Lynx right now, number one, and maybe Liberty's 1A. But
I don't know what's going on with the Liberty. What's that? 3 out of 4 they've lost now. That's just unheard of. And like I was alluding to, we were talking here a few minutes ago. Going into Seattle, man, it's just yeah, you know how that goes. But now we got the Liberty going into not Golden State. What is it? Yeah. Yeah, that's
yeah,
their next game. I was
yeah,
looking at that. We got Indiana coming in, obviously, going into Seattle
yeah.
tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, it just I guess by default, then the Liberty have fallen behind the Lynx there just because of those losses.
yeah,
Okay, one more here though at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, with the Sparks on the road taking on the Sky. The Sparks are a 5.5 point favorite here. Both teams have lost 3 straight. Ron, they have very similar records right now. LA 4-10, Chicago 3-10. But LA here is up to like I said, a 5.5 point favorite or so. The total 164 here in this one.
yeah. Just when you think the the Sky can do something, they get blasted. And I mean, just they're just a horrible team. We go back and it's like, oh, it's their spot. This is their spot. Yeah, no, wasn't their spot. I got burned on Saturday for that one for sure. Figured they'd come out and do something there. But well, I got to look at the over in this one. I know that we got the Sparks, and again, looks like yeah, Kelsey's still good. Odyssey Sims, even Cameron Brink hitting the questionable list now. So the Sparks, when they are healthy, that they roll. And 164, I think. Yeah, the Sparks do enough, the Sky do enough to get over this total. So I'm gonna look at the Sparks and Sky to go over 164.
Yeah, what's happened to the reputation of the Sky being a defensive team? They're ended up here on some high scoring games of late.
Yeah,
They've been able to maybe it's a change of philosophy. It's almost kind of worked because they've been more competitive, it seems like. But when you're trailing at halftime, 49-45 or something, that doesn't feel like you're really
no,
playing to win. So look, LA's gone over in 7 of their last 9. So I could see that, Ron, for sure in this one. Like I said, I think that's why I'm good. What's going to lead me to LA here, even laying these extra points, because I think
mm,
if Chicago is transitioning into something that maybe they're not, or maybe they need to be here right now, because I don't know who's going to end up doing the work, or well, we know who's kind of been doing the work for them offensively, but it's affecting them in the defensive category. So I'm going to still lay the points with LA here at 5.5. I also have LA on the comeuppance, if you will, here over the next few weeks. I think I see them kind of improving rapidly. So we'll see. You mentioned Brink maybe nearing a return here. I
he's
think
getting
Sims does.
close.
I think Sims does miss this game, actually, though, according to what I'm seeing here, or at least my speculation. I'll accept
Yeah,
responsibility there on that one. Okay, Ron says go over with LA and Chicago,
yeah.
and I say
Chicago
take.
giving up 91 points at home, man. It's just ugh.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the type of game LA is going to want to. They might not match up with some teams, but I think this will be okay if that's the way Chicago wants to play. So I'll take the Sparks. Ron says go over. All right, let's go to the featured game here for sure on Tuesday night with the Indiana Fever, showing some vulnerability here. Look, kind of awkward, right, Ron? They with Clark's injury, and then all of a sudden she's back, but you got to go on your road trip here a little bit. So maybe there's something to that. They're just 6-7 right now. They're going to be an underdog here on the road when they were just a favorite against. I don't want to say a better opponent right now. We just don't know where Las Vegas and Seattle stand, right? It still feels like they should be grouped together a little bit, but with Seattle's 9-5 record, they are a 2.5-point favorite here over the Fever at 6-7. Yes, they are better than their record indicates. I'll I don't think it's anything secret there, Ron, but Seattle has won 3 straight now, and Indiana's lost 2 in a row. Total here 165.5.
Yeah, the West Coast nightmare continues for these Fever, right? Man, it just, I don't know. I guess it was an Aces spot, especially coming off that loss at home again to Seattle. Aces did lose that one, and now you get the Fever coming in, and they just took care of business and pretty handily, exactly. Here's the thing: the Fever's just not scoring many points on the road, or looking in mid 70s, and championship teams need to be, do it on the road. You see this with the Minnesota Lynx and some of the other teams, the Liberty, getting up and down and getting some scoring done. But 77 is not going to do it. And, I got burnt on Saturday. Like I said, I took the over in that Liberty Storm game, got that. But not going against those Storm at home. Nope, not again. I learned my lesson. And I've been saying it all year. take take the Storm at home and win it. I didn't go against it, but I was thinking it was really close to taking the Liberty on than the last one. But yeah, I'm going with the Storm. I'll lay the points. Probably the money line. You can probably get it really cheap, maybe 140 or so. But give me the Storm over the Fever.
Yeah, for sure. And people kind of talking about with Indiana right now. And look, I'm not saying that they aren't still one of the top 3 or 4 teams here in the league right now. But the kind of questioning, is Clark passing? She had 6 assists in the first quarter. I don't think you're going to ever not want to take away someone who is so productive in setting up their teammates there. And they're saying, shoot more, Caitlin. So I don't know. I'm going to end up here on the over in this game. I think
Yeah, they
Indiana.
can't play on the road, Ramon. That's their problem. They got to be road warriors to be champions, and they are not that at all. They cannot
I
play on the
show them
road.
as needing to score more on the road. We need more tempo. They're
Yep.
1-5 to the under on the road. You called it right. So I'm
Yeah.
going over because I think that I think you pretty much have White up there as one of the top coaches.
Oh
Everybody
yeah, definitely.
does for sure. And Seattle has gone over in 7 of their last 10. I'm going to go over here. I think they're starting to
Yep.
bring it down a little bit. 165.5. It's kind of up there, but I'm going to go over 165.5. Ron says take the Storm finally at home to keep that winning streak going here against the Fever on Tuesday night. All
Yes,
right, that's
sir.
a great card of WNBA action, and we need it over at Tony'sPicks.com. So, what's going on over this week at Tony's Picks, Ron?
Oh well, it's all baseball and WNBA now, right? For the rest of the summer and get ready for college football coming up in August. Finished the NBA season, number one handicapper, did that, and got baseball still going, and trying to get that one turned around as well. So yeah, definitely pair us up. Me and Ramon are always on top of the leaderboard. You're going to see us at the top of all these preliminary sports, and I know Ramon's getting excited. He's got tennis coming up, Wimbledon's coming up, so definitely going to be looking for that. So yeah, we we'll be here every day. There's WNBA, so don't forget to check us out right here on the 2-3 zone.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. I've won 11-1 in my last 12 WNBA plays because I listened to this man right here, and he sets me
Bravo,
on my way
bravo.
to get those premiums over there. So check me out. You can check our records over at Tony'sPicks.com. Just click on our handicapper profile page, scroll all the way down. All the picks are there. You can see them plain as day. I go up Ron and I go up against some of the toughest lines in all of sports betting when we make these picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. So you can rest assured that you're getting a dynamic line here when you go to make your plays over after you get our picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. So use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off those premium pick packages. All right, that's going to do it here for the 2-3 zone. We'll be back with more plays tomorrow from Ron and I, a couple games in the W, so be right back here on the 2-3 zone. For Ron Crawford, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
See you tomorrow.